Tony. Jim Harbaugh.
Harbaugh.
Harborough.
Harbaugh.
Harborough.
Burrow.
What does the dog do when she goes under the bed?
Wake and she burrows.
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow.
Harborough.
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 Jim Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh.
Okay, I think we can get started now. You want to talk about sports?
Yes, I want to talk about sports.
You want to get a real job? You want to talk about sports?
Sports.
Sports?
Sports.
Sports?
Sports.
All right, sports it is.
Welcome to Tony's Upset. I'm your host, Tony Chinelli. Here with my co-host, as always, Gianni Chinelli. How are you, Gianni?
I'm doing quite well today. How are you today, Tony?
I am great.
Awesome. Well, let's get into today's episode. What are you upset about today?
So, I am so upset about what is going on with Jim Harbaugh and about his past that is leading him to his demons today. So, if you don't know the story, the past few years, Jim Harbaugh was the head coach at the Michigan Wolverines football team, and he also won a championship. But there's been...
In 2023, right?
In 2023.
Okay. What's the controversy there?
So, there was few years ago, there were some teams making some accusations back. There was sign stealing going on from the Michigan that...
So just for clarity for what sign stealing would mean. So if you've ever gone to a football game sometimes, the defense and the offense, they'll hold up signs with emojis on them or with numbers and codes or different things like that to signal to the defense and the offense what to do. It's using signs and secret codes to convey, hey, blitz the quarterback, hey, drop into coverage, hey, pull the guard, that kind of stuff, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And Jim Harbaugh was doing what?
So, apparently, somebody on Michigan's staff, his name was Connor Stallings, was caught on camera on another team's sideline stealing signs.
Ooh.
Yes. And Stallings got in trouble for 8 years. And this led to Michigan.
Does he have an 8-year coaching ban?
Yes, 8-year coaching ban.
Okay.
And Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh got in trouble. In Michigan's championship season, Harbaugh got suspended the last 3 games of the season for these sign stealings.
Jim Harbaugh also got a 1-year suspension from coaching, and on top of that, a 4-year show clause, which would mean that, let's say, I don't know, Chapel Hill, after they get rid of Bill Belichick, because we know that's going to happen, if Chapel Hill wanted to hire Jim Harbaugh, they would have to go basically to the NCAA and show a reason as to why they should be allowed to hire him for the next 4 years. They'd have to, give an actual valid reason and excuse. Because they don't really he doesn't just have the right to be hired by a college football team because of these stealing accusations that he got fined for. That being said, that's not really a problem for Jim Harbaugh because he's not coaching college football now, is he?
No, and a lot of people think that since he left Michigan, that he ran away from college to go to the NFL. I don't believe that. He did so well with Michigan. He made that team alive again.
Mm-hmm.
He won Big Ten, he won 1 championship, but he also won Big Ten championships.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good coach.
He is a good coach.
And that's why he's in the NFL right now, coaching.
Yes.
So I think it makes sense for him to be in the NFL. Do you think the NFL should suspend him?
Absolutely not. And even though what is going on, like Urban Meyer, who was another great head coach in college, but never really got in that way for the NFL.
Now, didn't Urban Meyer just come out, though, and say that the championship should be vacated?
Yes, and not even that. He's not the only one who has said that. Stephen A. Smith said that.
Yep.
Paul Feinberg called him a cheater.
So, do you think that Michigan's 2023 championship should be vacated due to these charges?
I do not. If you look at the Houston Astros, And if you don't know the story about the Houston Astros, they won the 2017 World Series. And there was...
It was also sign stealing.
Sign stealing,
different type of sign stealing. So the sign stealing they had is when the catcher is signaling to the pitcher what type of pitch he's going to throw, right?
Yes. Well, apparently the Astros had cameras, had stuff. Apparently, they were getting signs called down for them. The players were using trash cans, anything they can, to tell their teammates what sign was coming.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. So both accused of cheating, but neither stolen of their championships.
Nope.
Neither one's had their championships vacated as of.
Nope. And Houston
fine.
even won another one in 2022.
Okay. So Jim Harbaugh, I think you're right. I think him going to the NFL isn't him running away. I think he's a great coach. He should be in the NFL. If he is a great coach, right? Like, that's the natural progression of things. I don't really think it's the NFL's job or duty to find him. The college football championships, the college football committees already made it clear how they feel, you know? That being said, you also don't think that the championship should be vacated. Do you think Jim Harbaugh should have a heavier punishment from the NCAA?
Well, he has a 15-year, there's somebody who has to take the blame.
Mm-hmm.
And as the head coach, he took the blame.
Yeah.
Most of it.
Yeah.
But what Michigan had, they were undefeated.
Yeah.
You can't say
they only did that because they knew sign stealing. I don't think that's the case. Yeah.
No. And for somebody, when was the last time Michigan won a championship before 2020?
I think 1997.
Wow, that was the year you were born, right?
It was. I wasn't trying to out myself on the podcast.
I was.
I'll keep that in there. Okay. So, Jim Harbaugh then. Good coach?
Yes.
Did a bad thing?
Yes.
But the NFL doesn't need to, put anything on him, do they?
No.
I don't think he'd try this in the NFL either.
No?
I don't think he'd get away with it in the NFL.
Absolutely not.
I mean, coaching the Chargers is enough of a punishment, in my opinion.
Well, people fight, but the Chargers can actually win a division this year against the Chiefs.
They still got Justin Herbert.
Yes, they do.
He's a good quarterback.
Yeah.
That being said, let's talk a little bit more quarterback. Let's talk a little bit NFL. There's some pretty big debate about what quarterback should start in the NFL. So I was telling Tony, one of my coworkers, former Marine, although as Dad would always say, there's no such thing as a former Marine. He was telling me he's a big Stetson Bennett fan, as I know you are. So Stetson Bennett is on what team?
The Los Angeles Rams.
Yes. And who is their starting quarterback if everyone's healthy?
Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford isn't healthy.
Nope, he's not.
Stetson Bennett might be in line to get the start. He's getting a lot of play time. But who's he up against?
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy G.
So Jimmy G is an interesting player. He was at the Patriots, didn't really play a lot. He played a little bit during the Tom Brady Deflategate scandal. Maybe, I don't know if you want to talk about that. I think that might have been kind of a silly thing. Like, as a Jets fan, I was happy to see the Patriots get punished, but it was a little stupid.
It was.
But nonetheless, Jimmy G came in for
and that year, the Patriots won the championship.
Let's
they
vacate
didn't get
that
vacated.
title. Vacate that title immediately.
No, but they didn't.
But they need to, because they're the Patriots.
Yes.
And any amount of suffering that we can inflict on the New England Patriots, we can. So Jimmy G goes to the 49ers. And as is the case, I think, with every quarterback that's ever played for the 49ers, he looked phenomenal.
Yes.
But is Jimmy G a good quarterback, and is he better than Stetson Bennett?
This is gonna hurt because I'm still a huge Stetson Bennett fan, but slightly Jimmy G is the better quarterback. He led the 49ers to a Super Bowl. I think he has had a lot more experience in the NFL.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It's interesting to me because I think Stetson Bennett should get some playing time.
I absolutely believe so, too.
Because I think you need to develop that talent.
Yeah.
Because Matthew Stafford's not going to be in the league that much longer, right?
No. Unless if he wants to pull watches.
You've got to think about the future of the franchise. And at that point, you have to think to yourself, Stetson Bennett's probably a good pick. But I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo's not that old either, so maybe there's something there. And maybe, I think Jimmy Garoppolo is actually very similar to Justin Fields, where it's clear both of them are good quarterbacks. I still think the jury's kind of out on them, and we're not sure if they can be like the future of a franchise.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense?
Yes.
So, talking about futures of franchises and starting quarterbacks, we are Jets and Giants fans, more or less. Moderately happy to have Russell Wilson come to the Giants. We're both Russell Wilson fans.
Yes.
But Jaxson Dart.
He's looking fantastic.
He's looking really good. He's looking better than Tommy DeVito. I'll tell you that. Nothing against Tommy DeVito. So Tony and I, if you can't tell, we're also Italians. And Tommy DeVito is a little weird as an Italian because it's like he really leans into the Italian thing and it's funny and like it's kind of gimmicky. But like I appreciate it as an Italian, but it's also, I don't know, it feels a little cheesy. Do you agree?
Yes.
I mean, I like the guy. I don't think he's a bad dude. I think he's an okay quarterback. He could be a good quarterback. I don't think he's great.
No.
But Jaxson Dart, man.
Yeah.
He's looking really good in this preseason.
He is.
I know it's preseason, but I don't know. Do you think it's too quick to make Jaxson Dart the starter? Do you think maybe let Russell Wilson play a couple games? What are you thinking?
Yes, because the Giants have a very, very tough schedule.
Yeah. To start or entire season?
Oh, to start.
So you let Russell Wilson take all the fire for a bad start to the season, and then Dart comes in once the schedule gets easy?
I don't think the schedule is actually easier this year.
All right, so looking at the schedule, what do you think, Tony?
So they open up against the Washington, at Washington. That's probably a loss. The Commanders are good.
Yeah.
We chill at Dallas. We talk about Dallas and the Micah Parsons. And there's another guy on Dallas team that is not happy either.
Oh, no.
So, that could be a coin toss. Let's just say win. And then they play the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's just count that. The Los Angeles Chargers, which is Jim Harbaugh's team. We'll count that as a loss.
Gosh, man.
The New Orleans Saints, a lot of people think they're going to be bad this year. I think they could be a sleeper team.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll say the Giants will beat New Orleans.
Then the Eagles.
Loss. Denver, loss.
Eagles
again, loss. San Francisco, loss. At Chicago. Depends on what Chicago's doing.
Who's Chicago got at quarterback now?
Caleb Williams, but they got a new head coach.
Year, right? Yeah, he was pretty good.
A lot of people have hype on them.
Green Bay. Oh, man.
Maybe lost to Chicago, lose to Green Bay.
Lose to the Lions.
Lose to the Lions. A lot of people have hype on New England. Oh, they could lose 8 in a row.
I mean,
and then they have a bye in week 14.
So
and then the last 3 games.
Commanders.
Washington lost, Minnesota lost. Oh, Las Vegas might be a win. And then Dallas.
That late in the season, Dallas isn't going to be good, though.
No.
They never end the season well.
So, 3-4 win season.
Wow.
Maybe Jackson Dart takes over 1 or 2.
If the problem is Russell Wilson, I don't think Russell Wilson will be the problem. But like watching the Jets have had a good team and a bad quarterback in the years where Aaron Rodgers gotten injured and it was just a rotating cast of quarterbacks. I think like if the rest of the team is good and Russell Wilson's underperforming, Dart can come in and make a difference. But I think if the rest of the team is mediocre and Russell Wilson's playing pretty well, I don't think putting Dart in is going to help him develop as a player. Unless the Giants start off the season like 0-6 and they're like, you know what, let's just develop our rookie. I think that's a totally fine way of going about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I also think that Jaxson Dart will learn a lot under Russell Wilson. I really think.
Me too.
I think having him there seems great. He seems like a good leader, Russell Wilson. I'm really excited to see what things look like.
Yeah, I am too.
All right, Tony, looking at our notes, I think that's all we had to cover today. You got anything else?
No, not really.
All right. Well, thank you for listening to Tony's Upset. a sports podcast fueled by autism and brotherhood. Goodbye, y'all.